Hi, everyone. It's Rachel Gombosh, Marketing Manager here at Virtuance, and I'm really excited to bring you our next client success story. Today, we are talking with Kim Thompson. She is the listing manager for the Phair-Hinton Group, which is a part of Keller Williams in the Chicago area. I'm really excited to have Kim talk with us today about not only the benefits she's receiving from Virtuance for all of their agents, but additionally, the benefits it has directly on her as the listing manager and as the individual where she is scheduling and making sure all of these listings get photographed and to market on time. So really excited for her to share her story, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Kim, just to get started, I think if you could just share a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate to where you're at now and just when you found out about Virtuance.
Yeah, for sure. So I've been working in real estate for about 5 years. I came from a background working in retail and kind of, stumbled upon, an application for a real estate team and met with them, had my first interview, and just such professional, awesome people, just a group of people I love to like hang out with and be around too, first and foremost. And so, yeah, I just really kind of fell into it. Been here for 5 years at Keller Williams. So our team name is Phair-Hinton. So Emily Phair and Kevin Hinton started the business about 7 years ago and kind of brought me in as an administrative support. So I started off with under contract, doing under contract to close work for them. And then it got transferred over into the listing. So now setting up people on MLSs, scheduling photos, all the behind the scenes stuff for listings that I do now currently. And, I couldn't be happier. I love the team I work with. It's really fun to come into work every day. And yeah, I've just been kind of rocking and rolling on listings for the past, I would say, two and a half years now.
Nice. So you're the brains behind the operation. You make everything
Us
go.
admin like to think so, for sure.
I mean, I would think so too, as you're making things rolling and moving along and keeping things on track. But
Yeah,
you also get to see all of the details that come through for all of the different listings. So
for
just on
sure.
the topic for Fair-Hinton and for Keller Williams, what were maybe some previous photography or visual solutions that the company was using prior to using Virtuance?
Yeah, so our team has stumbled upon a couple different platforms for using different photography companies. And, we've always run into a little bit of trouble like scheduling. It was never, the most easiest platform to like schedule a photo shoot on. So Virtuance takes that on completely. It's really good in that aspect. So I'd say scheduling, the pricing too. We try to stay as budget focused as possible on our team. Photo shoots are definitely important, but we like to keep them to, the lowest that we can, but with being the highest quality that we can at the same time too. So we've definitely shopped around a little bit previously and found that Virtuance is just, great photos that you have, great photography. We like to think as ourselves as like, our vendors are a reflection on our team. So we like to give the most utmost like customer service and recommend vendors that we trust. So we found that Virtuance is, we trust them a lot. They're very reliable, very we can count on them to be on time. They give us our photos back within 24 hours basically, the next day, the following day. Great customer service. I could always pick up the phone and call. Someone's always there to help you through anything that's going on or any tweaks that need to be changed. And rarely do we have any tweaks that needs to be changed because the photographers that our agents meet on site are just, we love them and they take our feedback as well. So if we want to like look at the photos on their camera and just make sure every room is accounted for or every angle is accounted for, they'll definitely let us do that and kind of have like a more hands-on experience with them as well.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm glad that you touched on like the collaboration points between the agent and the photographer. Because even with our photographers, they're all, they all go through that exact same training process. They've all been trained to understand and be an expert when it comes to real estate marketing and just knowing how to capture different rooms and spaces. We're always happy to accommodate and make sure that we're capturing the whole comprehensive view of the list
Yes,
best
because
light possible.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. It's easy with you guys. I've had photography companies where it's just like kind of pulling teeth trying to get stuff out. And with you guys, it's just easy. Like I said, good customer service, reliable, first and foremost, good photos. We can rely on you guys for our, customers of good customer service. So we thank you in that aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're always happy to help and happy to push the business forward. I do want to touch on, you had brought up how the scheduling process is very streamlined and smooth when you're coming to Virtuance for photos. And so I want to kind of just round back to that response real quick and just kind of ask if you have off the top of your head from previous solutions about how much time you were maybe spending on trying to set up a scheduling to when the photographer came out to when you actually got the photos, and just how that compares to
Yeah.
Virtuance's service and our ability to streamline that process.
Being the back end support means, I have millions of tasks to do throughout the day. So any little things that like make my job easier, I'm definitely going to be, looking for when we look for a photography company. And we've had photography companies before where their websites just weren't good. You couldn't log in. You needed, a passcode sent to you to our different agents every time that you log into the account. And it's really time consuming. And for me, I just want to be able to schedule the photo shoot and kind of be done with it and move on to my next task in the day. And I'm able to do that with Virtuance. Their online platform is amazing. You just put in the address, you put in, a few details, what you want of how many photos that you want, you select that, you select your date and time, and you could do it like all online instantly. Like I said, I've had companies before where, they've been late to photo shoots and that's reflective on us and that's not
Yeah.
cool at all. So we respect that you guys are, on time and professionals in that aspect as well. So yeah, like I said, it's just, you wouldn't believe how much, little tasks take a lot of time when the proper steps aren't set up correctly. So the fact that you guys have the proper steps set up correctly, where it makes scheduling easy through your online platform, you have customer service when you want to call from 9 to 5, photos from you the following day, pretty much around the same time. I know it's not guaranteed, but usually around 11:30, I can expect photos back from you guys. And it just makes everything seamless and effortless on our end when, getting a listing ready for market.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just like you said, the little tasks really add up. When you have a million things to do, you're like, I know this is going to take me all day. So anything that we can do on our part to kind of remove some of those nuances or those extra steps you would need to take that maybe you were taking from a previous solution to help, again, streamline the process. Because we all know this is a really, or can be a really fast-paced industry. And
Yeah,
so the time it takes to get your listing to market can make a really big impact on it selling and selling
absolutely.
faster or selling for more money. And so I think from our end, we're always just trying to make sure that we're keeping up with that industry standard, that we know that
Mhm.
agents are moving fast. And so we also need to do our part to move fast and quickly as well.
Yes, absolutely. And we appreciate that because you can tell, the difference when you use different photography companies, the difference between, what is important to that photography company based on another photography company. So it shows for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to talk a little bit about just Virtuance's product itself, the photos. So what would you say, in your opinion, are the common, I guess, packages that you guys always select? Or maybe what are some of your favorite enhancements that agents have been starting to select through our products?
Totally, yeah. So our packages that we usually do are, the 20 images. So 20 images we found that capture a condo really nicely. If we, do a single family home, we'll do, add on 10 more. Pricing is always, on par with the partnership code. We get 10% off of pretty much anything that you select, which is amazing. It really just helps our budget stay a little bit friendlier too. So those are the packages. And then the blue sky before is really helpful that you guys offer just because you never know. Like spring is our busy time of, the market and, Chicago in spring, there comes a lot of rainy days. So on those rainy days, you can go in and select, the blue skies and, the photographer will go into the photos and edit them to make it look like it was blue skies and not rainy and gray. So it just makes a world of a difference, especially when the photos are the main thing that gets customers, and new buyers through the door, it gets showings, I believe the photos have a huge impact on that. So seeing bright and sunny photos really help as opposed to seeing them on like a gray, rainy day. So that's one of the main features we've used a lot. Virtual staging we've used before, which is always really good too. Seldom times that there's clients that they moved out recently, but they don't want to pay a huge amount of money for staging, actual staging. So we'll do virtual staging, which you guys will go in there and just, pick the right furniture that goes with the house and competitively priced and just get us back those photos within a timely manner too. So we like using that as well.
Yeah, and all of those enhancements are, I mean, exactly to what you just said. It's like they're meant to make that lasting first impression. So like when you go back
Mhm.
on like the blue sky guarantee, we understand that it can be very choppy, especially as you start coming over this way into the Midwest.
Exactly. Yep, yep,
And
yep.
some days it's snowing and the next day it's sunny and then it's raining. And so you just never really know. We don't have very consistent weather.
Yep, we do
But
not.
yeah, that blue sky guarantee really just is, we always like to call it our weather insurance program because that's pretty much exactly what it is. And so,
Yeah.
especially too, like when you have a really overcast sky where it's like very gray and kind of gloomy looking, like that blue sky guarantee can really just help emphasize the impact of your photo and really just help you to
Yeah.
make really good first impression. And same with virtual staging. It's just kind of like if you can't get that, you know, if you can't get budget to get someone to come in and stage, or maybe, yeah, your homeowner decided to move out and so they don't have anything there and they don't want to move any furniture in, well, staging can be really helpful because it's always nice to show some type of furniture because essentially you're creating that spatial connection in a potential buyer's head of like, oh, I can list or I can fit this type of bed in this room, or I can fit a couch and a coffee table and a chair, and I could rearrange it this way. It just helps buyers better visualize. So again, you're really building that first impression.
For sure, absolutely. It's very, very helpful. It gets people in the door, not only people in the door, but offers coming through as well. We've seen before just listings sit and sit when they're vacant, which is, okay, but we always recommend if they are vacant to either we'll push for staging and then if not, virtual staging, just so it, like you said, it helps them visualize what kind of furniture I could put where and how this is going to look, it's very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to talk about maybe just some of the agents specifically, or even you and the leadership team at Fair-Hinton. So has there been any maybe specific feedback that your agents have gotten, or maybe your team has gotten from clients about the visuals you're using to market your listings?
Yeah, totally. I think so. When we receive photos back, we look them over, make sure they're good, first and foremost, and then we send them in an email to clients, with a link and just saying, your property photos turned out great. Here's the link to the photos. And a lot of times clients will be like, oh my God, this is my place. Or like say a comment like that and just be like surprised that it looks so well because the photos are so crisp, so clear. We've used photography companies before in the past where like it wasn't as crisp and clear and like even just seeing out a window, like you guys make it so clear that you can see like a tree in the backyard, or if it's a lake view, like seeing the lake view on the other side. Some photography companies, it's just kind of blurred, so you can't really see that well out a window. It's just on that, but like clients have definitely gotten back to us and be like, oh my goodness, this is our place. Like it looks amazing. These photos turned out so well. So we always get positive feedback from the photos. It's always, wow, like this, I can't believe this is my home kind of feedback. So it's
Yeah,
really great to see clients react to that because we do,
yeah.
like I said, we put a lot of time and effort into like who we're going to choose for our photography company. And, it's great to see that reflection on us as well, that we are able to trust you guys. And that makes the clients trust us as well.
Yeah, it's so funny to like hear the reactions of the clients because I mean, I get it, they've lived in that house, so it was just kind of like
Mhm.
we knew what we lived in. And
Yeah.
so it's always fun to hear like that feedback of when a client gets the photos of their home and they're like just blown away by how
Yeah.
good their house looks.
Yeah, I
That's like,
know.
it's your house, like you
Yeah.
lived here, like we knew it
Yeah.
was good. It's just we're capturing it in the photos.
Exactly. I don't think they've ever seen that like aspect of the home before. Like they've seen it, obviously walking through on a day-to-day basis, but being so like crisp and clear and like the HD quality is just, unlike anything else. So they're not used to seeing it in that light, which is cool to bring to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the topic also of just results and positive feedback and everything, have your agents, or again, even just the brokerage and team itself, noticed an impact in how quickly the homes are selling, or if there's been an impact positively on the amount of money the homes are being sold for?
It definitely gets what I would say, it definitely gets people in the door. That's what it
Mhm.
does do. I feel like that's what, a good photography company and having good photos for a listing actually does, is getting people through the door. And of course, you need to get people through the door, you need showings in order for the place to sell. So it just kind of goes hand in hand on, each other. So having good photos is definitely like priority for a listing, I would say. But yeah, it just goes back to kind of getting people in the door, having showings, and hopefully the rest will fall into place.
Yeah, well, and that's marketing. Marketing is like,
Yeah,
we're here to just get people here. We just
yeah,
need to draw you in, and that's where,
yeah,
not only photos, but when you start building on with with the other like visual solutions, so floor plans and 3D tours. And I feel like I've gone over the stat like a million times in talking to people, but it's like 96 or 98% of home buyers are like starting their home search online. And
yeah,
so you also too need to or like we all need to understand that people in general make decisions based on the amount of information they have. So when you combine those two with real estate, it's like, they're online, they're going to start there. The first decision they need to make is to contact you and or go to the open house. And
exactly.
so you need to provide enough marketing and visuals up front so that you're educating them on the property before they even come see it in person or before they reach out to
Exactly.
you. And so
Yeah,
that's
or even if
working.
they're your client or not, like that's the first thing is, seeing, almost like meeting each other online, like having the good marketing to market your team, market photos for a listing, like it all comes back to that. So super, super important to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as we start wrapping up here, I just have a couple more questions for you. So, in your opinion, or even just you can answer on behalf of the team as well,
Yeah.
but what are the best parts about working with Virtuance?
Oh goodness. For me, I would say it's like good customer service, having a good website, just being on the back end. But first and foremost, definitely having the, good photos is the number one that, we strive for. Like I said, it's a reflection on, us of who we use and the photos that we use for the client's listing. So having good, crisp, clear photos is definitely number one. But for me, being on the back end with the scheduling, like the website just helps so much. So having just, the easy to use website, easy to use scheduling. I don't think we've ever run into a counter where you guys have like canceled a photo shoot or anyone's been, late. And even if they are, running 2 minutes late, they have the agent who they're meeting on site, their phone number right there so they could call and let them know. Just rarely any issues at all. So I'd say those are definitely the most important parts of, or the best parts in working with Virtuance.
Awesome. And then one final question, which is it's
Yeah.
kind of similar, but what would be if you had to choose one reason, what would be the main reason that you recommend Virtuance to a real estate agent, a team, a brokerage, whoever?
Yeah, definitely the main reason I would recommend Virtuance is for their amazing photos. You get those crisp, clear photos. They use HD quality. The photographers are professionals. A lot of them have been working on site. We use this the same ones over and over again. So we trust that they know what they're doing and the photos just turn out incredible. And it's in the client's response back to us when we send them the photos of how amazing they are. And I can't believe this is my home. Those are the responses we're looking for. And those are the responses we get with Virtuance. So we're going to continue working with them as long as, the quality and everything, match what we're looking for.
Yeah, thank you so much just for your time today and taking a moment to discuss your success with Virtuance. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much again. I appreciate it.